Hi, Fat Family. Welcome back to another podcast episode. Thank you so much for joining us.
Welcome back. Episode 7.
Yes, episode 7. And as you guys have seen from the title, today's topic is going to be about money. And can money buy happiness?
Can money buy happiness?
So what's that saying that they say? Like, I can't buy happiness, but I'd rather cry in a Lamborghini or in a mansion or something like that, right?
I'd rather cry in a Ferrari than a Toyota Camry.
Well. You start. What's your opinion?
I think I always start.
Do you?
Yeah.
No, you don't. You're lying. Kobe. Well, in my opinion, I think that money does not buy happiness, but it makes life a hell of a lot easier to where you can fix a lot of the things that otherwise not having money would be a headache. So I do feel like money is super, super important.
I think if Verlin's watching this right now, he's smiling right now. We have this conversation.
Really? Why?
We just be like, el dinero es todo.
He says that?
We both say it.
I mean, money, I'm sorry. I know there's people that love to say that money doesn't buy happiness and that money isn't everything, but...
I feel like you used to say that.
Yeah, because it isn't everything.
It's like 99.7%.
But it's exactly. It's a big chunk of happiness. I feel like money makes the world go round.
Or does it?
It does. There's just certain things that money can't fix, which is love.
Money can fix that sometimes.
No, because if you get love because you have money, that's not unconditional love. That's because you have money. So then that's not real love.
That mean, guys, you truly love me then.
Actually, I wanted to say something about this conversation because I actually...
Oh, shit, guys. I think I fucked up. She's confessing. You're breaking up right now. Due to your financial situations and the way your stock portfolio is looking.
No, I wanted to say that I think it's time that you take your money game up. Like, you need to start making more money. I'm serious. I don't know why you're laughing.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Why though? I thought
I'm at a point in my life where it's like I need to live my life. I need to be traveling. I'm 32 years old. And I need money. Like, I think that you should step up your game and start making more money. I don't know how. I don't know where you're going to find this money, but I think you need to step up your game.
But I thought it was like, household. I thought it didn't matter. I think you should make more money. It doesn't matter. How about that?
Well, no, I don't agree.
Well,
as you grow up and you get older, your mindset changes and things change. And this is one of the things that I'm starting to feel like you need to step it up.
Have you guys listened to our podcast episode 2? Was it? Who should make more money?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was talking about my past.
I think you should make more money, though.
I don't want to make more money right now.
But I think you should.
I want to be taken care of.
If you want this relationship,
I don't understand why you're making this a joke. I'm being serious.
If you want this relationship to work, you need to make more money.
But okay, I'm serious though.
All right, what's up?
So, but how do you feel about that? Like, I need to know.
I feel like we always need to make more money. There's always money to be made.
By the way, you just got pranked. That I don't really think that. But
or do you though?
I don't. But you're You take everything so calmly. I don't get it. Like, would you have reacted that way if you were him sitting on that couch and I'm telling him in front of everybody he needs to step it up?
I mean, as we mentioned before, we feel like our relationship works because of communication. So she was clearly communicating to me that I'm some broke bastard. I need to make more money.
By the way, I just thought about this prank because I've been watching some friends of ours that we just met. Shout out to Shane and Leanna, the prank masters out here. If you guys don't know about them, go check out their YouTube channel. They are dope. Really dope.
This is what you guys are influencing me.
Yes, and I was like, you know what if I prank him and say something that I don't really mean to see how he's going to react? And you totally failed. Like, you totally didn't give me the reaction I was expecting, but that's okay, I guess.
No, I think you wanted a reaction of me, like saying like, nah, F this. Like, I make good money. It is what it is. Deal with it. But deep inside, I'm probably shattered. Now I'm actually reflecting on life. Maybe I should make more money.
What? I was joking, babe. I wasn't serious about that.
So,
it's never bad to make more money. Don't get me wrong. It's never bad to make more money. If you want to go make more money, go right ahead. I'm not stopping you. But I was joking.
So, in order to make her wishes come true, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you finish this video and then go back to the last one and watch that one and the one before that one and the one before that one.
Yes, and help our dreams come true.
Her dreams.
Our dreams. What do you mean my dreams?
Well, your dream is for me to make more money. Money's not everything, Jessica.
I can't. I've had it.
Or is that the 0.3%?
I digress. Let's move on. By the way, are you guys liking my new look? You know, summertime is coming. You know, it's getting warm outside and the curly hair starts to come out, you know. I was on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you should. And I polled my people on what should be my curly girl name. And so winner is Jalisa.
Jalisa.
How would you say that? Wait.
Jalisa.
Jalisa? How? I don't even know how to say the name. Well, when I read it in Spanish.
Jalisa.
So Jalisa.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Let me give you a round of applause for that. Oh, shit. The volume was down.
So my curly girl name is Jalisa. Thank you very much. Jalisa has exited the building. It is warm outside, and we're coming out. It's what? Hot girl summer? Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. So I hope you guys like my new look. You know, you guys will see me in a curly hair a lot more often now that the months are getting warmer. But yeah, anyways, back to the topic. Does money bring happiness?
Definitely brings happiness. It's funny because obviously, you know, we come from parents that did not have a lot of money. So they kind of did what they did with what they had. And they seemed happy. Yeah. Well, I don't know about mine, but
I mean, it's like you have to deal with what you have, you know, and I feel like for our parents, they did the best they could. They came to a different country trying to live a better lifestyle, and to their standards, they accomplished as much as they possibly could.
Now the question is, did they act like they was happy because they didn't want you to see that they were struggling?
I think that growing up, I could definitely see the struggle. I mean, we still struggle. Like, we're not rich or we don't have money that we can solve it. Like, we have money issues. I mean, we're blessed with what we have. I'm not going to say that we're struggling because that would be unfair to say. But we're not financially there yet. To me, financially successful would be that I don't have to report to a 9-to-5 and I can live life on my own terms. That's for us. Of course, that's not for everybody, but that's our financial freedom mindset. I definitely saw like the struggle with them and how, I mean, even us, we experienced it like with our jobs. Like sometimes you don't want to work in a certain place, but once you're a parent, once you're married and you have responsibilities to take care of, it's like you have to report to this job. This job owns you. You are a slave to this job, whether you like it or not, because you have to pay your bills. You have to pay your rent. You have to pay your mortgage. You have to pay your car. All these things that some are a necessity and some are a luxury that we decide to have. At the end, we have to do these things because we need money. And sometimes we're not super happy and super content doing these things, but we have to because money is needed for everything, even for health. I mean, you can't even see a doctor if you don't have money.
I mean, you can't even walk around without insurance. So it's...
Right. So can money buy happiness? Money solves a lot of the issues. In my opinion, it's up there. It's up there.
Yeah, it can't buy happiness, but it definitely can solve problems that will make you happy. It's like hard to explain.
I understand when people say, oh, money isn't everything. And I also see it from a perspective where some people want to, it's almost like they want to convince themselves that they don't need money because they don't feel like they can acquire it. Because they don't feel like it's attainable. They don't feel like it's possible. So it's almost like they brainwash themselves to think, I don't need it. It's not that important. But in all reality, there's so many things that, and so many issues that come up in people's lives that if you just had some money, could have been solved. The only thing you can't solve with money is if you have a really bad health issue that a doctor can't help you with, like something, a terminal disease or something that no matter how much money you have, you can't pay anybody to cure that. And again, just feeling loved. Like I feel like those things can't be bought with money. But everything else, there's MasterCard. For everything else, there's Visa and MasterCard.
That was a good one. But another thing too is that I feel like people who don't come from money usually act as if people with money and the wealthy people are bad people.
Yeah.
You hear that a lot. And even growing up, we used to hear that a lot.
I used to even have that perspective at some point. Like where I thought like people that had too much money were greedy. And
not saying that there's a lot of people who are greedy.
There are some people who are greedy. There's some people with a lot of money who are greedy, and there's some people who are poor who are greedy. There's everywhere, you know.
I mean, but if you're poor, you kind of have to be greedy.
No, stop it. No. I know poor people that, listen, they'll give you the last thing they have. If you're a greedy person, you can have a lot of money and you will still be greedy. You can have a little bit of money and you will still be greedy. To me, that's more of a personality and a personality trait more than it is about the money. The money just exaggerates whatever it is that you are. If you're a person who thinks you're better than anybody else, once you get money, honey, forget about it. You're gonna be insoportable. Nobody's gonna even want to be around you because you're gonna think your farts don't stink. And if you're a kind-hearted person, you're always gonna be a kind-hearted person. It doesn't matter. It's all about personality.
You're gonna probably be even better because now you're gonna have the ability to do
help.
Things that you was not able to do in the past.
Yes, that's like
goals.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Like when I see people like do these videos, I don't think I'll want to record everything. Maybe if there's like because I do see some point in them sharing that kind of stuff because it kind of makes you want to do that, you know, and pay it forward kind of thing. But that's like something that I really do like I want to do in my life.
I know that
like I want to give, I want to help like somebody and just feel like so fulfilled knowing I helped somebody who really needed something.
Going back to those people who record, like when they're doing a good deed and giving, they get a lot of hate for that, for recording. And I honestly feel like it doesn't matter if they're recording it for clout or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. They're still changing that person's life. And who knows if it's something that they like to do and if they're getting clout for it, at least they're getting clout for the right reasons.
Yeah, I agree. It's positivity at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I'd rather see that any day.
Because that actually inspires other people to go do the same things.
Absolutely. And even if they're, you know, that's not our job. It's not our job to judge people on what they're doing. Like, that's not our job. I'd rather see that person on social media than see some other trash that they're be on social media.
Them videos be getting to me when they just like go to random strangers. Sometimes it's like a series of videos that they keep following up with that person, and that person, every time they see them, is like so happy, like, wow, you came into my life.
Yeah. They're very touching. They're very touching. And at the end of the day, whatever their motive is, it's none of our business. They're still doing something that's very positive. And ellos van a tener que darle cuenta a Dios. That's their problem. You know, like if they're doing it from a place where that's not good, with good intentions, they're going to have to answer to God. That's not our place.
I just feel like how can it be with bad intentions? Like, oh, let me record myself going to change this person's life. Like, it just doesn't, I don't understand how people
honestly think. I feel like even if they do it, you know, because let's be real, like influencers, we're out here trying to make it. Like, we're trying to make it. And some of us do things just because we feel like that's what people want to see.
But usually I will say that funds the next project if they're doing it for the right reason.
Right. So even if they're doing it with the intention of monetizing what they're doing, like, I don't care. I don't care.
Literally.
I really don't care. It's for a good cause. And if they're paying it forward and they keep paying it forward, the more money they get, the better, because not all of us are out here doing those type of things. Not all of us are out here driving around trying to find homeless people to change their life and to just do something positive and nice for a person who you don't know where they come from, what they've been through. Like, I don't know. I think we should just be grateful that there's people that do that kind of stuff and record it and put it out there and hopefully change another person who feels inspired and does something nice for somebody else.
It's like, when was it, last month that we got to help that family? I'll bring it up now since we're talking about it. But when we was coming back, I remember like we was talking and it was like we wish that we had the funds to actually do a lot more than what we did. Mm-hmm. And
yeah, because I was talking to the lady who posted. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. Just briefly, there was somebody who found some kids. You know, there was a deal where there was this immigrant family that was living in a place and they really had no food and they had to go out and get food. They didn't even have like proper clothing. And she posted about this because she wanted people to help. And so I felt compelled to share it on my Instagram. And, you know, we helped as much as we could. And we also shared it so that other people could help.
It just so happened that they was not far from us. So we was actually
right. They weren't far from us. And so we decided to go, you know, and pay them a visit and take some clothing and food. And we collected some other stuff that other people around us wanted to take to them. And
shout out to all our friends who donated.
Yes.
And we gave them.
That was amazing. But then, you know, when we did all that and we took the stuff to this lady, which I was very happy about, they were so grateful, like so grateful. We were outside speaking to the woman who had posted this originally, and we were just talking about how it's sad because this is a family that migrated from another country. They're obviously undocumented, and I know they're trying to look for a better future, and I don't want to judge anybody, you know, but it's like, how do we help a person like that going forward? Like, they don't have any legal paperwork to be residing here. And then her kids weren't even born in this country. So it's like, how do you help going forward? Like, we could take all the clothes and all the snacks and food that moment, but we're not going to be there all the time. And people are not going to be doing this continuously. So how do you take a person like that out of that problem? And it was just something that, like, there's no answer. Like, there's nothing we could do that could take that person out of the situation they're in other than tell them to go back to their country.
Or you know what?
What?
Money.
But how would we help that person if we had the money?
If you gave that person money, that would change drastically the way that they can handle life or move forward, because that was a struggle as well. So it comes back to the point, like, can money buy you happiness? money would have bought them a lot of happiness at that point.
But money
would have not solved all their problems.
But maybe it would have helped them for a while if you have that kind of money. Yeah. Yeah. So does money buy a family like that happiness? Hell to the yeah. Everything comes back to money. I'm sorry, guys. As much as people want to say that money ain't everything, money is almost everything in this world.
It is.
It is. And this is why we're grinding, and this is why we're making moves, and this is why we're trying to move forward and make the best decisions possible so that our kids and our grandkids and our grandkids' kids can have a better life.
Because they say most lower class family, usually this is like far off, but when like a person passes away, they usually don't even have enough money to cover the funeral
expenses. Yes, it's so bad.
And if that family member, let's say, had a lot of debt or something that has to be rolled over to, let's say, the kids or something, that becomes a problem because now you leave that burden. So when we speak
now you leave your kids grieving and with money problems.
So usually when we speak about money now, before it used to be, I feel like when we was younger was like everything that we wanted to do for us. Like obviously we want money to do whatever
we want to do. Yeah, to have fun.
The overall goal is to be able to leave our kids with money so they can leave their kids, and that kind of just changed the generation of just being born into brokenness, poverty.
Yeah.
I don't want to say poverty because we wasn't like living in the street, but
we were like
class, super lower class.
Right. Like borderline to like if the government doesn't want to help us with anything, it's like we're screwed.
Or technically, what is poverty? Because I mean, for me, my father was working, but my mom was not working. Like she took all the help she could take. So Section 8, food stamps, all that. So is that poverty technically?
Honestly, I think that is. Like we didn't see it that way because obviously we live in a country where we're blessed enough that if you're lower class and you don't make enough income, the government does provide some type of help to you. But if that weren't the case, we were poor because our parents didn't really have anything. So I do feel like in a way that is kind of poverty because you're dependent on something outside of your control to provide you food and money or, whatever it is that you need to live for basic needs. It wasn't even like, here's some extra cash. It was like that type of help gives you basic life necessities.
And that was crazy because I remember back then, like I had a job that, I mean, you probably worked something similar to this when we was younger, but it was with sanitation. And it used to pay me like, I think I used to barely scratch $200 a week.
Oh yeah, there's some jobs. I mean, I started working when I was 17 years old, and obviously I was working part time because I was still in school.
But I wasn't a teen at that age.
I mean, there are some jobs out here that pay very, very little. There's people out here struggling. That's
crazy because, I mean, I was still living with my mom, but like as an adult, like how do you,
that's not sustainable.
Is it possible?
It's not sustainable. So much. There's just so much that goes into it. It also has a lot to do with like mindset and how we grow up thinking that some of these things is just normal and it's just the way it is. And you just conform. So if you don't like seek for knowledge outside of your circle, you pretty much just stay in this bubble where you think this is the norm. When in reality, there's people out here living their life and the way they live it, it's like it's normal. Like, they eat healthy foods, they shop for healthy things. They're not like going through the aisles just trying to buy, the bare minimum, because you have to like, you have to like spread this money, you know, as far as possible. And you're buying like the unhealthy food and the unhealthy drinks because that's what's going to last the longest, you know. Like there's people out here who are buying the good stuff and they're still living a good life overall. And it's just that for us, that was the normal.
I think that should be an episode, like growing up in the hood. Like what are some things you remember?
Growing up in the, yeah, that would be a good episode.
Some things that you'll probably, some people will hear it and be like, there's no way that
you guys did that for that long. Yeah. Yeah.
That's going to be an episode.
Yep. All right. So wrapping it up, does money buy happiness? Absolutely.
It does. What do you guys think? Let us know down in the comment section. I'm interested to see what you guys think.
I think money buys peace. And when you have peace, what do you have? Happiness, in my opinion. I don't know about y'all, but if you're peaceful and you don't have happiness, I don't know. There's something wrong there. I don't know. But I think they go hand in hand. When you have a peace of mind, when you know that you don't have to be wondering about where you're going to eat tomorrow or if you're going to have enough money for next month's bill or next month's rent, or if you're going to have enough money for, I don't know, your kid's school trip, which you have to pay coming up, senior prom trip and all that stuff. Like just having peace that your family is okay financially, to me, is priceless. Like that peace is what I seek.
For sure.
And by the way, that doesn't mean that if you don't have all the money that you think you need right now, that you shouldn't be happy. You should be happy wherever it is that you are in life because this is where you are now. Just always believe in yourself. Always strive to do better. Always strive for whatever the end goal is. You know, always believe in yourself. Everything is attainable. Everything is a mental game. Everything in life is much more a mental game than it is anything else. If you can overcome your mental, I don't know, strength, capacity, if you could just control this up here, like you can control anything. And that is a lot harder
than it sounds.
Yeah, a lot harder done.
Easier said than done.
It's definitely easier said than done. Like, the mind is something that's so powerful, but never forget that you have control over your mind. Your mind doesn't have control over you. And so it's very important that we keep that in mind. So that being said, don't wait to be financially free to be happy. You have to be happy with your process. You have to be happy where you are. Be grateful every day and always strive to be better so that you can have an even happier tomorrow.
Yeah, enjoy the process. Don't always just chase the money, even though money is everything. Enjoy the process because...
And it's very important to also know that todo el dinero no se coge. So all money, you don't take all money. You have to... There's levels to this shit. I don't know how else to say it.
Not all money is clean money.
Yes. You have to be very careful with that because... Yes, money is very important, but you also don't want to be up in a mess because you're trying to chase all the money in the world. You want to make sure that the way that you acquire that money is clean and a good, healthy way of acquiring money, because otherwise, as fast as that money came, as fast as it will go out, and you will have no happiness in that case. So
don't be greedy.
Don't be greedy and just hustle.
That's all for this episode, guys.
All
Make
right.
sure you like, comment, subscribe.
This video is sponsored by... No.
Absolutely nobody.
Okay, so it's time for shout-outs. So first in line is my querido and adorado compadre, Roylin Núñez, the realtor. Round of applause for him, please.
Shout out to Roylin the realtor.
Thank you so much.
Looking for a real estate agent out in Connecticut. He is servicing all of Connecticut. Hit him up. Roylin the realtor on Instagram. I think it's at Roylin_. I'll link it.
Yes.
Shameless plug.
Absolutely.
When you start selling $3 million houses, send a check.
Okay, next in line we have beauty is in the eye of the beholder. This is a really, really loyal Fab family member. We love you, girl. Thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate you.
For sure.
That's it. These are the two people that actually follow the instructions of my peace sign at the end of the video.
So if you want a shout out, what we got to do?
So if you want a shout out in the next video, I want you guys to comment down below. What do you guys think about this conversation? And you're going to comment
the emoji of the money bag.
Yes, the emoji of the money bag. So any money emoji that you put will be accepted. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you've come to the end of this video, you're the real MVP. Don't forget to hit that like button, to leave your comment down below, to hit the bell so you can be notified every time we post a video. And until next time.
Peace.